That means it's opening it up, but it also means that you've got a little rougher concrete to start with. Usually you can't hear it on a smooth trowel until you open it up a little bit. I'm going to use less than an ounce here on this square. And see, as I'm moving it around, it's still sizzling. That means there's acid in it. You can't smell it, but I'm not exposing much.
So obviously, if you did this with a larger area, you'd put it down with the roller, and then maybe a like a deck brush or a scrub brush or a broom. A
stiff bristled something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now you see the difference already here?
Yep.
Once I got it open, and I'm using this straight down instead of a paintbrush. This is the type of brush you'll use for graphics. It's getting louder.
Yeah.
You can hear it opening the concrete. It's getting porous.
Now, how long do you want that to dwell on there?
No dwelling, scrubbing.
Okay, scrub.
Until it stops sizzling. I still got a little sizzle. So that means there's still acid in there and it's still reacting with the dirt.
Hey, stop real quick so we can maybe hear it. Yeah.
You won't hear the sizzle. You'll hear me doing that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm able to pick up some of it right on this brush. And it eats itself to a neutral. It eats itself dead. But you still got gook on there. And that gook will rinse out with water.
Okay.
See that? It takes about 15 minutes to expire the product with constant manipulation. So if you were scrubbing a 10 by 10, you broadcast it. You do your 0 moments first. That's along walls and corners around columns, because those are typically done on your knee. Now you just broadcast it out and scrub those, but you can also broadcast the whole 100 square feet, 10 by 10. And if you're doing it manually, see, my stomach's already coming up.
Yeah.
If you did it manually, you could expire and have that whole 100 square feet done in 15 minutes. If you were manually scrubbing, the next 100 square feet might take you 20 or 25 minutes because your arms get tired. If you're using a scrubbing machine, it doesn't get tired. You can do that 15 minutes all the way across every 100 square feet. And if you got 2 of them going, actually you can meet in the middle. And then once it's expired, look, you just...
Now, if you're going to stain a floor and put this on, would you want to put it down in a particular motion? Or does the motion really matter? Like an acid or reactive stain? All right,
reactive stains, you put them down. Now, if the floor will take the stain and it's not dirty, it doesn't have, some repair stuff that you've got to do first, then you could probably, if it's not a steel troweled floor, you probably could get that 9% acid stain to take. And you put that down in circles and you swirl it and stuff, because if you put it down like this, you got more stain here on the upsweep every time. You got pooling, so you got a problem, not something decorative. If you go like this, then you get your stain down. Then you've got to get that neutralized and dried, because the only reason you would use acid stain, only reason you would use gelled acid after using acid stains is with a graphic. And then you'd want to etch the acid stain out of that graphic.
Oh, I guess I'm just saying, would this gelled acid create some sort of a pattern from your scrubbing?
No.
That would...
Well, a little bit. If you're... And actually...
If you just roll it on, would you have a rolled-on look when you acid stain? Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And it would become more obvious when you put a sealer down.
Yeah.
But... typically, you don't need to surface prep before you do acid staining. The problem is when you put